Hello, friends, and welcome to Hollywood Wellness 30 Days of Yoga. We're getting toward the end of our 30 days. I'm curious to know how you've observed some things changing in your body, or maybe even mentally, or maybe even spiritually. Maybe you experienced something where you had a big aha shift within yourself, or a connection to your soul, or a connection to your body. If there was something that happened along this journey, big or little, I don't really care what it was. If something happened, that's huge. That is monumental. And I really want to know what that was and how I can continue to support you. And I'm genuinely serious about that. Please, please, please don't hesitate to send me an email to say, hey, my body's more open, I have low back issues and they're getting better, or whatever the case may be. It was a mental break for me every day, whatever the case is. So with that being said, today we'll do some heart openers. And that's to open the chest, open the front of the body. And there are a couple of reasons for that. One is because of doing this all day long. So we need to counter that and open and lift. See how that changes the energy of a person, their presence? That's all it takes. You know those infomercials with like the before and after pictures where they're all, and then that's literally what they do, and they airbrush and tan to transform it. So that's literally all it takes, is just to change our being inside. Now, opening heart, or opening the heart, it's really a practice of opening the heart from that emotional sense. So if you've been hurt, if you've been protecting your heart, this is a practice of changing that and allowing the heart to open, allowing forgiveness, allowing joy, allowing depression or anxiety to ease off. And there are just a lot of reasons for heart openers: physical, emotional, and very practical. And so we'll go ahead and go into that practice. So we'll be on the floor quite a bit today. We will stand for a little bit because I do want to do an airplane and connect this way. But other than that, we will be on the floor. Go ahead and grab your towel or blanket or pillow to sit on to elevate those hips if that helps you. Otherwise, find your seated position and we will start with our breath work. So when you're ready, just simply close the eyes, tune into your breath. Relax the jaw by separating your back teeth. Let the shoulders slide down the back and let them be at ease. Observe how the body moves with your breath, how the chest rises and the belly moves, how the throat opens. And let's take our right ear to our right shoulder, slide the left shoulder down and away. to center and over to the other side, sliding the right shoulder down and away from the ears. Coming back up to center, lowering the chin to the chest, sliding those shoulders down and away. And we'll just start to roll the head from side to side. If you notice any spots that are tighter than others, stop when you find it. Breathe, allow the tension to back off. And when it does, you can continue with the movement. Coming back to center and lifting up easily. Beautiful. Let's go onto our hands and knees for cat-cow. Because from there, got some fun things. Hands right under the shoulders, knees right under the hips. And here we go, pressing into those hands, arcing that spine, inhaling as we open the front of the body, lifting the tailbone and the crown of the head. So just connect with your own breath. And allow your breath to tell you when to move. One more round, really opening through the shoulders, both directions, and then the chest. Yes, coming back to our neutral position. So from here, let's find our spinal balance, extending right arm, left leg. And this is a fun one. So if it's possible, it may not be, and if it's not, that's okay, just stay with spinal balance. But if it's possible for you, come into your spinal balance, bend the knee, reach back with the hand and see if you can hold the top of your foot. This is called balancing the cat. So we're opening the front of that body. And exhaling to release and lower down. Let's go ahead and switch. Left arm, right leg. When you're ready, bend the knee, reach back, see if you can grab the top of the foot with your opposite hand, and then start to push the foot into the hand. Breath in, exhale, gently release, and lower down, opening the knees, pressing back into child's pose. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and come onto our bellies. So take your time to transition. And we'll actually walk up to our elbows into a sphinx so that our weight is in our forearms, our shoulders are back and down, and we're reaching out through the top of our head. There shouldn't be any pressure in the low back. We're just allowing the heart to open up. Lengthen the back of the neck. We're not sinking into the shoulders. Excellent. Breath in, exhale, and roll on down. So we'll come into child's pose quite a bit after these. Let's move into a half bow. Right hand resting under the face, reaching back to grab with our left arm to grab the left foot, and pressing the foot into the hand. So we're just rising a little bit, opening the chest, opening the front of the body. One more breath. Exhale and lower down, and let's go ahead and switch. Go ahead and just turn your head to one side. Rest for a moment. Excellent. Let's go ahead and switch it around. Reaching back for the right foot. Hand right under the cheek, and then we're pressing the foot into the hand. Breath in, exhale and lower down, turning the head to one side. It really doesn't matter which way. Beautiful. Pressing into those hands, pressing back into our child's pose, giving the low back a break, giving the entire spine just a little TLC, a chance to rest. Breath in, exhale, and rise. Awesome. So let's go ahead and stay seated. Just a little transition here. Let's do a little seated twist to continue to open up through that chest. So the knee is bent, it doesn't matter which one. That same arm comes up and behind. And if it's comfortable, you can cross that knee. It depends on your hip. Then go ahead and hug or reach on through. But what we really want to focus on is this back shoulder and this chest opening up. Taking a breath in, exhaling to switch, taking that other foot out, bending the knee, crossing over if you'd like, arm extends up and back, and then we just go ahead and hug the knee. Or reach on through. We're really focusing on opening that chest, lifting up. Beautiful, coming back to center. So let's do a little staff pose from here. The hands come right by our hips, toes are pulling back, knees are soft. Opening those shoulders, lifting up the heart and pressing into those hands. So our tailbone lifts up just a little bit and then it kind of sits down. So those hips will anchor down and then vertebrae by vertebrae, our spine realigns. Breath in and gently release, walking the hands forward. So we're just lengthening the low back, giving the body a break, giving the chest and the shoulders a chance to relax. Whenever we do a pose, we always want to counter. Do the opposite. Breath in, exhale as we rise. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and come on to our backs. Feet on the floor, and we'll move into a shoulder bridge. So we're anchoring those shoulders back. The upper arms are resting on the floor. That's kind of where I'm putting pressure. I'm really not putting much into my forearms or my fingers. All 10 toes are spread nice and wide. And as I exhale, I'm lifting my hips up. My knees are actually kind of coming in toward one another. They're not flailing out. Now from here, I can do a few things. I can walk my feet toward my hands, And I can press into my feet and lift up a little bit higher. I can interlace my fingers and roll under my shoulders. Let's see if I can lift even a little bit higher. So lots of opportunities here. Breath in, exhale, gently lower down. Pull those knees into the chest. Oh. And I find that when I do something to really open my chest like that, I will cough because I'm getting something out of my lungs. So that's all good. It's what happens sometimes. Awesome. So let's go ahead and roll over onto our belly, and we'll actually do that chest expansion once again. Now, if clasping your fingers is too much, grab a towel. And unfortunately, I didn't grab one. So just trust. You can grab a towel and hold it a little wider. So this is what we'll be doing. It's kind of a version of locust. So the nose starts down. The fingertips are pointing up. Taking a breath in, pulling the belly into the body. Exhaling as we roll those shoulders down the back and float our fingers toward our feet. Now if we can interlace those fingers and try to rise just a little bit more. Staying with our even, smooth breath here. Exhaling as we release and lower down. Let the chest melt forward. Beautiful. And then press on back into child's pose. So let that spine rest. Let the low back open up. Taking our breath in, exhaling as we gently ease up. Now for our final pose, you'll want a pillow or a blanket so we can go into fish. If you have high blood pressure, you're going to want 2 pillows, and so that your head doesn't drop back below your heart. You want to keep that up. Keep your head at the same level. And if you have glaucoma, anything like that, you will also want to do the same thing, and you can opt out of it. So for fish, my mid-back rests along the pillow, and this way I'm up. This is a pose that helps to boost the immune system. So it's a great one in the fall and winter and spring when the seasons are changing and we have colds and all that stuff floating around. So we're just giving the lungs a moment to really open up. Take advantage of this position and allow your breath to be its fullest. Let's enjoy one more breath in and out. And just roll off of the pillows, or you can stay here for your relaxation if you would like. It's up to you. So getting ready, add those layers, add whatever you need for stillness. Give it a minute. Closing our eyes. And connecting with our breath. Dropping into our heart. To find those places that have been wounded, those places that are asking for healing. Showering those places with forgiveness, forgiveness of ourselves, first and foremost. And just allow yourself to be showered and bathed in forgiveness. Let every cell experience what that is. Experience that bath of the feeling of forgiveness. Because our cells hang on to our emotions. And as we go to our mind's eye, this little movie screen right behind our brain at the front, or right behind our, right at the front of our brain, right behind our forehead, allow images of the people that have wounded us to come forth, the people that we need to forgive. And as they come forth, say, I forgive you. That's all it is 3 words, I forgive you. It means to give again. And shower them in forgiveness. Allow the next person to pop up. I forgive you. And the next. Maybe it's not just about forgiving other people, but maybe there are people that we need to ask forgiveness from. And in the mind's eye, allow those people to pop up and just say, forgive me. Please forgive me. But allow your heart to connect to that person, to reconnect to all of those people, all of those wounds that we've created that we've allowed or that someone created in us, knowingly or unknowingly. Take a moment to bring the hands to heart center, just to connect. You can lay your hands over your heart. You can do prayer hands, whatever feels most appropriate. And just repeat to yourself, I forgive myself. Take a couple more deep, full breaths. And as you exhale, actually let it go. Any of those pains that are in the heart, allow them to be released forever. Wiggle those fingers and toes and stretch and reach in whatever ways that you need to. Gently roll over onto a side when you're ready. And then gently ease back up to a seated position. Thank you for taking time to be on your mat, for taking the time to go into some deep places, not just physically, but emotionally. Namaste. Have a great rest of your day and or evening, or whatever the case may be. Namaste, friends.